All right. Now I had a thought. I'm always thinking. Okay, so a lot of people they wonder if there is a God, right? They wonder if there's a God. Let's just say that there is no God. Like there is no God, right? How do people, or how do scientists explain consciousness, right? Some people think, oh, we live, we die, that's it. Like you just go into a black void, right? Okay, answer yourself this question. If we collectively have consciousness, and animals have consciousness, and insects have consciousness, right? They are aware of themselves. Do cells have consciousness? A single cell organism, or is that cell aware of itself? And if the answer is yes, cells have consciousness, then is that the reason why we collectively have consciousness? And what I mean by that is because we are a collection of cells. We have a collection of cells started from two different cells. And maybe I'm not sure if the sperm and the egg is one single cell organism, or is it made up of other cells to make that organism. But I know that when the egg and the sperm meet, we can think about that as human, but animals have sperm and cells as well. So when they meet, then they become one, really. The sperm loses its tail and becomes a part of the egg. Then the egg starts to divide and become many cells from that one cell or one organism, whatever. I don't know, but it's at least one cell, at least, and it divides, right? Is that cell is the egg conscious? Is the sperm conscious? And if it is, then maybe that's how we are able to have consciousness. I mean, we are a collection of cells. Our skin, our organs, everything is made up of different cells who have a purpose, and they act as one. They really do. I mean, if you think about moving your hand, moving your feet, or your brain is telling all of these, cells collectively to do things, and your the cells and the nerves in your body are telling your brain what's going on. Like if it's something good or bad is going on, and then your whole body reacts together as one organism. All the cells act as one organism. So, so basically, what I'm trying to ask is, if we have a consciousness, then do our individual cells have consciousness, right? And just because we don't remember being a cell does not mean that those cells did not have consciousness, right? What about when you die? Because they always, scientists, these are the scientists. Now we're talking about, if there wasn't a God. So scientists have to take control over, how we came to be. They got this whole evolution process. They got the Big Bang. I mean, you can't go no further back than that, right? And they say all energy doesn't die, or it cannot be destroyed. It just changes form, right? So how can something that was not even a cell come about as a cell? with the consciousness, if it has a consciousness, or a whole bunch of cells come together to have consciousness. Now, do you have to have a lot of cells to come together to have consciousness, or does the cell individually have consciousness? It could be. It could be that once those cells get together and start collecting together, that maybe there's some type of electrical impulse that fires that makes them forget about their past consciousness, and now they become one consciousness. One cell joins with two. The electrical impulses that makes them one, now it's like reboot, it's like a restart. So now they become one life, and that's the beginning of that life. And then when that cell splits and becomes four, but together four makes one organism, then they reboot and then become a conscious new organism, and now they only remember from that point on. You see what I'm saying? So that single cell, all the way up to us. Now, if we were to join with another organism, then let's say like the movie The Thing, would we remember everything that happened before it was joined together, or would it be a reboot? The reason why I asked that, because we don't really remember anything until we're like 2 or 3 years old and stuff like that, right? But you do have a memory before then. Now, you have a memory when you're born. Some people can't remember when they're born. They really can. Most people can't, right? So if that's true, then you probably can't remember when you were in the womb. And and then going back, I mean, how far back can you go, man? So what about when you die? Your cells deteriorate, they break apart, but there's still energy. I mean, it's going back into the earth and the air, and eventually, probably, is going to become part of another living organism. And then that organism will have a consciousness. That's really what I'm trying to get across to you. When we die, our body will deteriorate as we know it, but it's still going to be energy. It's just going to be changed into a different form. And they say ashes to ashes, dust to dust, right? But everything recycles, right? Don't it go into the ground and things are reborn? And are plants, do plants have consciousness? Well, they have proven that plants are aware of their surroundings. If you're aware of your surroundings, is that not consciousness? So if you go into the ground, you're buried, or your ashes, you're cremated, whatever, it's going to go somewhere. It's not just going to disappear. And then it's going to go into somewhere else and become absorbed into something else, which is going to eventually have a consciousness. You're not going to remember it, but that don't mean that you haven't been. Basically, you've probably have been here before, just as something else. That's just something to think about. And really, that's on the premise of if there was not a God, like if you don't believe in God. I could go deeper in the rabbit hole, but I won't. That's for the next time.